What's up, guys? Right now, the college football world is talking about Oklahoma losing their star quarterback, John Mature. We're going to talk about that, and I want to give you my opinion on it. But first, I want to give a shout out to Young Ralph 365. He said, on the busted coverage, they ran a trick play. Coaches had him pretend like he was running off the field, and he never did. Great, but cheesy play call. I loved it. We did that in Pop Warner. He left that comment on my reaction to Oklahoma defeating Auburn. And in my eyes, I see no problems with that play call. I actually loved it. Hey, I say do everything you can to try to win the game, long as you're not trying to injure somebody or hurt somebody. And it's the ref jobs to know what every rule is. It got Oklahoma a touchdown, but overall, I thought that game was poorly officiated on both sides. Now, let's dive into this John Mature situation. Matt Zenitz put this tweet out. Oklahoma star quarterback John Mature is undergoing hand surgery, and he will miss some time per Oklahoma. Michael Hawkins will take over as OU starting quarterback. The Sooners face Kent State next week, then Texas and South Carolina. The current hope is that Oklahoma star quarterback John Mature will be back before the end of October. Sources tell CBS Sports Michael Hawkins will take over for Mature, whom ESPN had previously reported as to expected a month. Number 7, Oklahoma has a bye this week and plays Kent State, Texas, South Carolina, and Ole Miss. So there's the details from CBS reporter Max Zenitz on this John Mature situation. Now, the bad news is your Heisman candidate quarterback is down. Your leader is down. The man that has been making play after play after play, not just with his arms, not just with his legs, but with his attitude, with his leadership. You won't have him for a couple games. And nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that in the middle of a season and have to deal with surgery, have to get him recovered back, and then have to deal with, is he healthy enough to play? Isn't he healthy enough to play? That is a lot of bad, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But for the people who took this story and said, the Oklahoma Sooners season is over, I would tell you to calm down, because there is some good in this story. Once again, losing John Mature is bad, bad, bad. But some good is the timing in which this happened. You get a bye week. You get Kent State, which I watched them play Florida State. That's a bye week. And then you get Texas, right? And hopefully he'll be back by that time. But surely in those 3 weeks, you come away with one loss. Let's say he doesn't play against Texas and you lose to Texas. And then he comes back next week. Now you're playing a season where you got 2 losses. You need to try to win out. See, a lot of us college football fans, we are conditioned in, at least I know I am, every week counts. Every week counts. It used to be you lose one game, you're done. You're not making a BCS. You're not making a college football 14 playoff. All that is old. We got a 12-team playoff, and Oklahoma plays in the SEC, which means they're going to get a benefit of the doubt, especially with this injury. So let's say you only miss a couple games. Let's say Mature misses a couple games. They lose those games, but they end up winning the rest. The committee's going to say, okay, we got an SEC team, which matters to the committee, and we have a Heisman Trophy candidate who played well before he was injured and then went undefeated after he was injured. We got to get this Oklahoma team. I honestly believe that. So that is some good. Some more good is, although I'm not going to bang my fist on the table and tell you that Michael Hawkins can take the place of John Mature, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have had to go and get him. I will say at least your backup quarterback have had some experience. Matter of fact, he played Texas. And Texas, Texas beat him down. But he got that experience. He took them lumps. Then you get a bye week. Then you get Kent State, like I said, another bye week. So hopefully he's getting better and better and better. And this is you do have a new offensive coordinator, right? Something else that a lot of people aren't talking about is this Oklahoma Sooner defense is good. is good. And we're about to find out how good it really is, because I believe they're going to try to become a more run-oriented offense and lean on that defense. From what I've seen, especially last week, that defense is good. It is a championship caliber defense. And yes, it's going to hurt losing Mateer, but maybe this will have everybody raise how they're playing, right? Also, Michael Hawkins, I know you don't want to get him hurt or injured or anything like that. I need him going up against that defense, which he probably has. He's probably been going up against the ones anyway since he's the backup quarterback. I still need him to go up against the ones, because if he can handle this Oklahoma Sooners defense, there's not too many other defenses he's going to face that's better than his own defense. Now, you got some good, you got some bad. Ultimately, I think this is going to weigh on the Oklahoma Sooners fan base and on the coaching staff and on John Mateer, because there is a lot of different aspects that you have to think about when you're coming back from an injury. You know, are we in playoff contention? Will this hurt my my hand long term, which the reason he's having surgery is so he can go ahead and get it taken care of. You know, there's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of things. Instead of you just being 4-0, feeling good, you're thinking about that. And last but not least, I know Hawkins, he does have the mobility. Barnes, Ott, this offensive line, this running game, if you're going to be able to hold down the fort, Oklahoma has to get their running game going, because right now, Mateer is their leading passer and rusher. So that's going to have to change. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this injury and talk about the good and the bad. But you guys, let me know what you think. What was your reaction when you heard the Mateer news? I'm out. Peace.